Hey everybody, I'm Timothy Holt and this is my backyard. Welcome back to Holt Growers. This week I want to answer a question that's been asked me several times, and it's very simple. Why? Why have a backyard market garden? Why go through all the work of prepping beds and digging up sod and putting in this greenhouse behind me? Now, it's not much to look at, but it does give crop and it does do its job. And that's a nuanced question. So, to start with, I like chickens. I grew up with them. I know I probably complained to my parents about how much work they were with having chickens and turkeys and pheasants, oh my. But I actually do enjoy them around. They're comical, they're fun to watch. Right now you can hear them clucking. There's two sitting right in front of me just pecking at the grass. The rest are kind of behind me, behind the camera there. And I just enjoy them. The other part of that question is what is actually behind me, which is this greenhouse. So there's sweet peas in there, there's peppers. Actually, my oldest asked if we could grow a couple peppers that he really likes, just to see how well they would do with our soil. I said, yeah, we can do that. And we have a seed tray full of habanero peppers, which he really likes to eat. He just pops them like candy, which is kind of crazy. So there's a family dynamic. There's healthy food. I'm going to be straight up blunt and honest here. The eggs that I get from the chickens taste better than the cheap eggs I get at the store. I'm not sure exactly why that is. It might be a combination of psychology as well as actual nutrients, but the flavor is there. The chickens get everything they need, but they get a variety of food. I mean, right now they're pecking and scratching. They're going to eat grains, they're going to eat bugs, and whatever they can get their beaks into, they're going to eat it because they're omnivorous. However, the white eggs that you get at the store, those cheap eggs, those chickens are still healthy, generally speaking. They're still getting the food they need, but it's probably not the most flavorful food. If it's anything like the commercial feed mix that I've seen, it's got to taste pretty bad. It's got all the nutrients there, but none of the flavor. And growing up on the farm, I remember we fed our chickens a combination of oats and corn and some various other things because they were readily available, but they also provided pretty good chicken meat. We didn't raise them for eggs, we raised them for slaughter. But there's other elements to this, which I'll show you. So we have the greenhouse here, right there, and I have the sides up right now because in the greenhouse it's 97 degrees. That's under that plastic right now. I'm highly considering putting some shade cloth on it, just to help cool it down. It is really warm today. But this is my yard. You can see a bag of empty feed. There's where the chickens hang out, and it's not much to look at, but it's mine. Right there is that compost. My oldest does seem to like getting paid to mix it and stir it and do what he does with it, which is kind of nice. But that provides quite a bit of compost. Each of those 3 bins are roughly 4 foot cubed. So if you do some math there, that's going to give you quite a bit of compost when they're full. And right now, we have 2 of them full. The third one is not full at all, but it'll probably be full pretty quick because of what's going on right over here. That black plastic might look familiar. That water pooling there is from a recent rain we had. But underneath there is sod, and some of it, right there where that water is drooping, you can see where the sod kind of stops because the rest I've pulled up the sod. because that's going to be extending those beds right there. Fresh garlic over there. We've got some radishes in the back there. There's some salad greens coming up in the front in that second one. And all of those, you can't quite see them real well in this video, I don't think, but those are blueberry bushes. And there's 27 of them, I believe, out there. There's quite a few. So why do I do this? Back to that question. I was talking to a family member of mine, and she was wondering why I would do this. Why would I spend all this time and effort to not make very much money? I was talking with her about how much money I expect to make this year on Holt Growers. And it's not a lot. There's not a lot of profit there. There's potential for profit, but right now I don't see a lot. And she was like, it sounds like a lot of work for very little effort, for very little reward. Why would you do that? And the simple answer is I have a long-term plan. Okay, that's it. That's the simple answer. I have a long-term plan. I have a long-term plan of staying here in Eau Claire, in Western Pennsylvania, and I've been here for about 6 years now. My kids have put roots down. I don't plan on going anywhere. So as a result, I'm building a business of fresh produce, great tasting produce for low cost to this community. Now, if I can take half my backyard and do it, then so be it. If I can take all of my backyard and there's demand for it, then I'm probably going to do that too. Because I want to benefit this community. And having farm fresh eggs, having fresh garlic, the use of the greenhouse. With this greenhouse, I can grow crops all year round. Fresh crops all year round. That's insane almost. But it benefits everyone around me. I thoroughly enjoy seeing the look on people's face when they go, oh, you have radishes right now? I'll take some. And that just inspires me. The other part of that is I like a healthy diet for the most part. I enjoy healthy food. A nice, thick, juicy, mouth-watering chicken breast with a salad. Just, I really like that, okay? I enjoy the food. And since I enjoy the food and I enjoy the work, why not make a little money on it? Now, when I was talking to this family member about all the work as well as the payoff, we were only talking about this year. Now, if you remember last year, I didn't make any money. I lost the money due to a lot of investment, namely the greenhouse behind me, as well as all those blueberry bushes. We had 11 blueberry bushes die over the winter. That's quite a bit when we only have 30 to start with. That's a third of our blueberry bushes. They died. They did not make it through the winter. They died. Well, what do you do? Well, I could call it quits, or I could replace them. And I chose to replace them. That's investment. Blueberry bushes aren't going to give you a return for the first 3 to 5 years. That's a long-term investment. And that's really what it comes down to. This year, I plan on breaking even or making a little profit, preferably a little profit. But next year, a lot of that investment will already be spent. I'll already have the cedar. I'll already have a garden shed for storing tools. I already have my post-harvest prep area installed. I'll already have the greenhouse in full production behind me. I'll already have compost done. I'll already have those learning curves from this year of, oh, instead of planting 2 rows of this crop in my bed, I actually have room for 4. Those kind of things. Just doing that doubles my production. And if you know much about production versus profit, generally the more production you do in the same amount of time, the more profit you make. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Not because it's not a lot of hard work now, but because the future payoff is there. Some years are going to be bumper crop. Some years, I don't doubt I'll walk out here and just see a sea of blueberries and just be like, what in the world am I going to do with all these blueberries? And other years I'm going to walk out and go, where'd all the blueberries go? Oh, crap. But that's how it works. That's the ebb and flow of life. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. For the subscribers, for anybody who's watching this video. Why? Why do this? Because it's beneficial. That's why. Because I enjoy it. That's why. Because I can benefit other people. Those are all whys. And if I can make a little bit of money out, why not? I already paid for the yard. I already paid for the house. I already paid for the utilities. I already paid for everything it takes to do this. So why not turn it into a business and make a little bit of money? Why not reduce my tax load by having those expenses be a business expenses? Now granted, I live here, so if you know much about the IRS, you generally can't deduct business expenses when they're personal expenses. But when you have a home-based business, you can deduct quite a bit of things for taxes and reduce your tax liability. I'm already paying these expenses. I'm already having to pay the electric bill. I'm already having to pay the natural gas bill. I'm already having to irrigate and minimize rain runoff on this property. I'm already doing those things. I already have to pay for a lawnmower and mow the yard. Why not put some salad greens down and instead of mowing it, cut it and put it in bags and sell it. Oh yeah, and they taste delicious, by the way. I like Black Simpson lettuce, romaine, arugula, fresh spinach. I'm not a fan of cooked spinach at all, just FYI. But I really like the flavors of fresh produce. And so even if I don't sell it, I eat it. So even if you look at that cost of the cost of seeds and planting and time versus what it's going to cost me to go to the store and buy it for groceries, yeah, I'm gonna grow it every time. So that's the video. I know it's not the most exciting video. I'm not talking about any one particular crop in this video, but anytime you start a business venture, anytime you start a garden, no matter how big or small it is, you need to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Because it's not going to be a get-rich-quick thing. Even if you invested, say, $25,000 on a piece of property and all the nice equipment and everything that went into it, that doesn't mean you're going to make any money. You got to know why. Why are you doing it? And for me, the why is pretty simple. I provide great tasting fresh produce to my family and this community, and I make a little money doing it, as well as enjoy it. So that's it for this week. I'm going to leave you guys with looking at the strawberry bed. The chickens pretty much destroyed the old one, so I put in a new one. And I'm going to show that off as this video concludes. So as always, get out, grow something today, and may God richly bless you. Hit that subscribe button while you're at it. You know, YouTube has this whole thing about hitting a bell so you get notifications. I try to upload a video every week. So if you want to play that game, go for it. If not, that's fine. But right there is the new strawberry bed. That was the old one. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty beat up. It was pretty weed infested. It wasn't very good. The chickens pretty much destroyed it last year. and then early this spring. So I put in that one. It's much smaller, but I think it'll be a lot more well managed, and certainly less weeds. The other thing is, since this double fence is here, the chickens won't have access to it either. Also the benefit there is I can take that 4x4 right out there and extend my walkways, which gives me another additional 45 linear feet of bed space right along here for garden, which is great. So like I said, get out, grow something today, and God bless you.